Take a look at the exact image on your screen. It is a completely blank white page. You might assume that staring at a blank page allows your mind to rest. In reality, perceiving absolute emptiness is an active, energy-intensive process for your neurons. For most of human history, empty space was just empty space. A cleared field or an empty bowl held no mathematical value and carried no conceptual weight. The modern brain operates differently. We possess a mathematical architecture that requires us to rigidly define and quantify that void. Turning physical empty space into a usable mathematical tool created significant cognitive friction. Our ancestors had to force their minds to see a distinct value where nothing existed. Transitioning from merely experiencing a void to calculating with zero allowed the human mind to move past the limits of physical objects and into a world of pure abstraction. Early mathematics was strictly object-based. People counted tangible items they could touch and trade, like sheep, grain, or tools. Because you cannot physically hold a zero quantity of livestock, early counting systems had no logical need for the concept. Eventually, mathematics shifted to a placeholder system, where a number's position dictates its magnitude. A mark can mean 1, 10, or 100 based on its column. But without zero to hold an empty tens column, 101 looks identical to 11. Human mathematics hit a ceiling until our ancestors performed a massive cognitive leap, inventing a specific symbol to represent the absence of a quantity, just to hold a place. Understanding how that leap happened requires looking at how the physical machinery of the brain handles the concept of nothingness today. Deep inside the brain's intraparietal sulcus, our dedicated number center, specific neurons fire in response to seeing physical quantities. This creates a biological paradox. Neurons are physical switches that turn on, making it difficult to represent pure emptiness when their only communication is firing. To solve this, the brain developed a biological hack. It forces zero onto the physical neural pathways that evolved to process real-world quantities. We can measure the effort this takes. Neurological studies show the brain takes longer and expends more energy to process a zero than it does to process standard whole numbers like 1 or 2. Your brain doesn't just see zero, it has to actively assign a numerical value to a void in order to make math function. Overcoming this neural friction provided the foundation for all higher-order, abstract thought. Without the concept of zero, mathematical breakthroughs like algebra, calculus, and studying infinite limits would be impossible to conceptualize. The binary code of ones and zeros processing this video relies entirely on this architecture of absence. Which brings us back to the blank page from the beginning. This white space represents a profound cognitive achievement, where the mind assigns a specific value to what is physically absent. The blank page is not an empty space. Our ability to process this blankness as a value is exactly what makes the human mind a true mathematical brain.